My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business trainer, author of Food Truck 101, Beginner to Winner, and the forthcoming book, Food Truck 201, Get Off the Truck. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. How do you guys go about hiring or looking for employees? That's a question that got asked on one of the Facebook groups a couple of days ago. Hiring folks to work on a food truck is challenging to say the least, but there are things you can do to ease that pain. First, you got to differentiate yourself. Nobody wants to work a job where they are doing the same task over and over all day long. Your ability to cross-train your staff to do all the positions on your food truck creates a path for more productivity out of your staff, and it also creates a path to them making more money. Because you can say, I'll start you at $15 an hour, and as soon as you learn how to do this job, I will pay you $16. When you learn this job, I'll pay you $17. You can move them through the ranks of the different positions on your truck. You want to sell your positions to somebody that's interested in working for you as more than just flipping burgers or saying, hi, welcome to the food truck. You can offer the candidate training on how to run a food truck and then how to run a business, because now they got something that makes them want to work for you. Given the way the economy is going right now, and so many people in what they're calling the Great Resignation are starting their own business, you can start to teach people how to run their own business. Food trucks are relatively easy if you know what you're doing. Wouldn't you spend a year working for somebody that's teaching you how to successfully run a business while they're paying you to learn it? Are you afraid of creating competition? Well, don't be. At best, they would only be a faded, out-of-focus copy of whatever you do. And if by some miracle they end up becoming worthy competition, that means you have an opportunity to get better. Iron sharpens iron. Competition spurs growth. So don't be afraid about teaching somebody how to do a food truck. They will never be as good as you already are. And even if they start to be as good as you still have more experience. You know what you're doing. Understand that recruiting has evolved. A lot of business owners used to be able to put up a now hiring sign and they would have more applications than they knew what to do with. Doesn't happen anymore. Technology plays a major role in our daily lives, and it is becoming a major part of recruiting and the recruiting process. For instance, text to apply appeals to the new younger crowd because it's something they're used to. They can push a button in an application, ask them for the basics, name, address, phone number, a method to get in touch with them. What it does is it brings your food truck out of, and you know what I'm going to say, the Stone Age. Speed of replying is a big deal nowadays. With so many businesses that are hiring and all attacking that same little teeny tiny pool of applicants that want to work in a food service business, usually the very first person to respond is the first one to win. So you got to make sure that you're responding fast. If somebody does apply over the text to apply method, you got to be the one to respond to it, because I can guarantee you when they sat down, whether it be at a computer or on their cell phone, and start to look for a job, everyone that pops up, text to apply, text to apply, text to apply, text to apply. They probably don't even pay attention to who they're applying to. It's just a matter of whoever responds first with the best wages gets the opportunity for a new employee. So speed. Just like speed of service, speed of replying to a potential applicant. And you can depend upon technology to automatically set up an interview. Text to apply. When they apply and send that text message, the autoresponder should send them back, awesome, thank you for your interest. Here is my calendar link. If you would like to set up an interview, we can do it at your earliest convenience. And chances are they'll set up an interview. Now, whether they show up or not's a whole different story. But at least you'll have some people expressing some interest in setting up that 10 or 15 minute time slot to schedule an interview. And you can do it over Zoom. You don't even have to leave the food truck. Just set up a time and you'll accept interviews. They can automatically schedule it. And you can just do them back to back to back on Zoom. You can do Zoom for free. And you can do that multiple times throughout the day. So you don't have to pay for Zoom. You can use Calendly. You can set up one free appointment with Calendly. So that's free. So it's not costing you any money. But use the technology that's available. There is a value in spending there. With so much competition out there, you need to market to your candidates, the folks you're interested in hiring, just like you market to your guests. That means getting your job postings out in front of the right audience at the right time. You have platforms like Indeed.com or Snagajob.com. Those seem to be the current popular hub for food and beverage candidates, people looking to work in a restaurant, looking to work as a server. Utilizing the boost feature on those particular websites helps bring your post to the top of any potential candidate's job search. And don't forget to utilize everything that they offer for free on those platforms. If it's free, use it. What's the worst that can happen? No one replies? Well, you're already not getting anyone apply, so you're no worse off. But you might come up across a good applicant by using those platforms. Put yourself out there. Although the internet is an excellent source for finding candidates, there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing it the old-fashioned way. In-person networking, that still works. Spark up conversations with people that are around you. Look into local resources like your Chamber of Commerce. If you got a restaurant association in town, talk to them. If you got local food truck groups on Facebook or just local groups in your community that are specific to food trucks, talk to them. There's nothing wrong with networking. Overall, there's plenty of ways to set yourself apart and a way to appeal to quality candidates. So think about what you would be looking for in a job. What kind of details are important to you in a job listing? And most of all, what kind of company would you want to work for? Answer all three of those clearly and define those answers in your job posting. During tough times like we're all experiencing right now, your strategy is what will attract the best talent and put you at the top of your game. So here's some places to think about looking for candidates. Think about church, past coworkers, whether those coworkers become an employee of yours or they have children that could become an employee. School clubs. You can prospect in restaurants and convenience stores, anywhere where you have a guest-facing employee. How do they react to you when you come in? Are they friendly? Are they outgoing? Do they seem to be hustling? Because you can ask them, hey, if you know somebody just like you, I am hiring. Here's my card. Please have your friends give me a call. Chances are that person's going to call you too. Look at homeschool groups. Homeschool kids are amazing. And probably out of all the people I've hired in the past, the homeschool kids were better employees. Because usually homeschool kids get more attention. They learn more. And the attention that they're given also helps them to be better people. They have better manners. They already say the yes sir, no sir. They already say thank you. They already say please. They already have a lot of habits built into them. So homeschool groups, good source. Groups that help troubled teens, because now we're on the other end of the spectrum. Some troubled teens will always remain troubled and will grow up to be troubled adults. But some troubled teens turn their life around and they become the inspirational story that we'll hear about when they turn 20 and they turn 30. And it may just take being given an opportunity to work on a food truck to push them in the right direction. You can even work with groups that take reformed convicts and help them to establish a life. I've had a little bit of luck with that as well. But you can tell in the interview process whether it's somebody you would want to work with or not. I would say out of the probably 50 or 60 people that I've interviewed, most of them were a hard no. But there were the few that made it worthwhile talking to those other 40 or 50 that I talked to. Because they worked with me, did a great job, and stayed with me for a number of years. There are people out there that need you just as much as you need them. It's just a matter of you looking in the right place. I promise you the days of people coming up and asking, are you hiring? Those are long gone. You have to initiate the conversations, and that conversation has to be ongoing. Once you hire, if you think you only need 2 people and you hire 2 people, you're wrong. You need a third one, because one of those 2 people is going to get sick. One of those 2 people is going to quit. One of those 2 people is not going to be available when you need them. Whatever you think you need, hire a couple more. Let them know this is going to be a limited part-time job. Are you okay with that? And some people will be thrilled to only have to work 1 day a week. That may be all that they need. When you're honest with your employees, you stand a real good chance of them working with you for a really long time. Thank you guys so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. Join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. We have a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from brand new beginners to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to helping you with your food truck. And again, thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow because you know I got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.